lovely husband, you know it in my OMG. And together you can call us the OMG. Sit back, relax, and sip your tea. We keep you company.
Welcome to our channel, OMGs. 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 OMGs, 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 OMGs.
Hey!
Hi guys.
How you guys doing?
How are you?
Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you. Yeah. Say Happy New Year. Compliments of the season to you. Yes. Say it in Yoruba.
Eku ọdún tuntun.
Happy New Year. Okay.
Yeah. And then Eku ìpalẹ̀mọ́ ọdún. Isn't that preparation? Ìpalẹ̀mọ́ is also packing away. Anyway,
so packing away and compliments. I don't understand.
Compliments. I don't know, babe.
What's the meaning of compliments?
It's like, oh, I'm greeting you.
But now that I've talked about it, do you know, we just keep saying compliments of the season. I don't know what that
compliments
means.
is like, okay, good things of the season. It's just it's a quick way to just be like, oh, rather than saying Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, just say, oh, compliments of the season. Whatever it is you believe in, I'm complimenting you for the season.
Oh yeah, say it in Yoruba.
I don't know how to say it in Yoruba. Do you know how to say it in Yoruba?
Anyways, Happy New Year, guys.
Say it then. Tell me, you're teaching me, innit?
Compliments of the season. No, I'm asking you.
No,
assignment.
But since I didn't know.
Did you go to university?
Should be exactly the way.
If they give you
they will teach
if they tell you to do something and you don't know it, they will give you as assignment. So it's assignment.
No, don't try that, babe. I've already been to university.
But what if they say Ekuyedu? What does that mean?
Never.
You've never heard of that?
No.
Really? You've not heard of
Ekuodun,
Ekuyedu?
But the thing is, no, people don't say that. It's not common. You know,
Are you kidding me?
You know, there's Lagos. There's Lagos
No,
Yoruba.
this is Lagos. This is.
There's Lagos Yoruba and then there's Jobu.
This is grassroots. This is exactly surface level Yoruba, not grassroots. Every Yoruba person here, Ekuyedu always goes with Ekuodun. Like it's just normal rudimentary Yoruba. The fact that you've not heard of it does not mean it's thick Yoruba.
But I'm just saying that because I'm playing it stick because my parents always spoke Yoruba to me.
No, it's not thick.
And those uncles and aunties
even
that are around.
people will be Ekuodun, as in.
I've never heard that. These guys, I don't know. All the uncles and aunties.
All the Yoruba people, please comment.
That I grew up with.
As in,
I don't remember ever saying that. It was always Ekuodun.
It's just like you say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It goes with it. It's something that goes with the other. You say you've never heard of it. Don't say it's deep Yoruba. You've not heard of it. Though. It's not.
I've never heard of it.
So is it my fault that you've not heard of it?
But I'm just saying that it just sounds deep because I've never heard of it.
Because the fact that you've not heard of it does not mean that it's deep. Stop touching your mic. How many episodes are we? How many times will I tell you about this mic?
You're telling me off like I'm fearing.
Because I've been telling you about this mic. Yeah, somebody even commented it that you stop touching your mic. You always touch it every time.
I'm expressive with my hands.
This is 2019. Grow a new leaf like you're wearing leaf cloth.
Wow. So you have to copy me in your dark green.
By now everybody already knows that you're the one copying.
Anyway, before we spend another half an hour on just trying to get
Happy New Year, Jerry. Basically, we just want to usher you guys into. We can't even usher you into the new year again because you're already in the new year with your good tidings. So we just want to say welcome to 2019. You know.
Welcome.
And
we made it.
Yeah. So do you have, Abby? Do you have New Year resolutions?
Well, I don't do resolutions.
You've never done resolutions before?
When I was younger, when I didn't really understand it, but actually now I try to put goals.
So let's take it one after the other. Yeah. When you were younger, you didn't really understand it. So that means you understand it now.
What I found out was resolutions, no one really sticks to resolutions. They're not really anything. They're quite airy-fairy.
But what do you understand by resolutions now? Since you didn't understand it when you were younger, so now, the way you said it, that means now you understand. Now I still see it as
the same thing. Like it's just something that you want to happen in the new year, things that you hope to happen, but you don't really. But I feel like they never seem concrete. But then if you have like a goal and a plan, that seems more concrete as opposed to.
So anything you want to happen that does not seem concrete, that's the resolution.
To me, yes. Like people will be like, I want to eat less chocolate. And you just be shoving your cheeks with chocolate, like in this first week of
So in terms of chocolate, what will the goal be? If the resolution is I want to eat less chocolate, what will the goal be?
That I will have at least, I will only eat like 1 bar of chocolate in a week. Or I will eat 1 bar of chocolate a month. You understand? It's like it's more
okay.
it's more concrete.
More
That's to me
more
anyway.
Amy. If I can put it that way. Hi Amy. I'm deep like that. That makes sense actually. Nice one, nice one.
Welcome, you're welcome.
So the last time you had resolutions were when you were in secondary school.
Yeah, like
what were your resolutions then?
Probably like to work harder, which is like whatever, innit? To work harder, to watch less TV. So I used to watch loads of TV.
That was really never part of my resolution in school because
what was yours?
I was always that guy. I told you I was always first in class from primary 3 till SS2.
Yes, we hear
the whole story. I was chess club president.
I'm sure you guys have heard this like every single video.
So I was one of those guys that will play with you, and you think that both of us don't know what we are doing together. But when exam came up,
you get the A's and
do you
stuff.
understand? You get so. I didn't have the opportunity to have my resolution as, I want to work harder this year.
So what was your resolution?
Because I was a smart guy.
But
I just wanted to know.
Smashing my resolutions then. What was your resolution?
I started resolutions more after the era, my resolution era was.
I mean, you didn't know what it was in school, let's be honest.
No, but there was nothing to resolutionalize about because apparently. According to me, like I didn't really, because sincerely in school, I was doing well with the grades and I wasn't really after girls. Those are the 2 major problems you can have as a young guy in school.
That's true, playing too much.
And meanwhile, I told you I was first in class from primary 3 till SS2.
So what happened after SS2?
I started liking girls. One fine girl. The way it first started was one very fine, according to me then, because we found out now that most of the girls that we say they are there's no way that's not fine. Let me start with utilizing the eyes of the beholder. You understand?
Actually, I don't think you should go down that.
No, I'm going there. That's the beauty of this channel, all these gist that come up.
But that's
you understand?
I feel like
so wait, don't cut me off. So this fine girl came, but most of the time when you realize that the person that you were tripping for in primary school or secondary, you now see them now, you now be like, what's wrong with me? It's not that they are ugly, but it's just that, you understand. But I'm not saying this girl is not fine. I've not just seen her since then, I've seen her a couple of times, not recently. But she was fine and she came to class. And then my mom did not pay my school fees on time that time. My mom really hustled for me. So then she was trying to get some money. So I was home for the first 2 weeks. Then she paid her, I got to school. All the boys in class, I tried to get this babe. She was doing for me shakara for everybody. But once I came, she just liked me. So you just see us in the lab talking, blah, blah, blah. Don't know that one of my friends was...
So like...
You hear it again. At least now, maybe you'll just be watching it here now. I won't be saying it again. So it's to your advantage. So one of my friends was supposed to be my tight friend, not knowing that the guy was beefing every time he saw us together. I think that this guy really liked her to the point that I think he went to our gate. In secondary school, he went to our gate and he was singing Plantation Boys song. It was, I don't want to mention the name, you understand? So
but you know who you are.
And the way I used to operate then, I would start reading like a few weeks to the exam, to our exam, like 1 week sometimes you get, because I used to do beru, you understand, just cram out. It was only, I was just good in maths, but every other thing, to biology, I used to cram, geography, I knew how to draw the maps, I crammed everything. I could draw the human brain, I could draw the skeleton, if you know what that was.
So now, can you do it?
What do I need it for now?
That means, what's the point?
That's not my point I'm going to, you get. So when we now got to it was almost time for us to write exams. That's why I didn't see my notes again.
What happened to your notes?
It was horrible.
I didn't remember this part of the story.
Exactly. When you won't calm down, every single time I'm saying you always say I've said it before. Just calm down and listen.
Keep going.
So it was so devastating for me. And and nobody will borrow you their notes then. And I had to start writing in school during break time. I won't go to break. I'll borrow somebody's note. I started writing from beginning.
Wow.
It was horrible.
So what happened to your notes?
That my friend took it.
Wow.
And threw it at the back of the board.
How do you know he threw it? They told you?
It was one other guy that just, I just tell you. And this was like a day to the exam or something. Omona, I was almost going to mention his name. Omona, this guy carry your book. Well, I go carry your book for you. I came second then. And that was from then. I was just.
That's the end of it.
No, I was still good, but my grades just went down. You get. So I now back to my resolution story.
It's a bit of a Samson and Delilah, isn't it? Jeez.
No, that's too deep. Oh, calm down.
No,
what's that? God forbid.
You don't understand.
I don't want to understand. Jesus, I bind, I staple you, I sellotape you.
Oh, so dramatic.
My resolution shall started after secondary school, just before I got to university. Then.
And what was it?
I will womanize less.
Sounds so wrong. Womanize less.
I will get lies. It's not as deep as. It's not as deep.
Chasing after girls.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that was the resolution.
Yeah, that was it. That was the only resolution.
But then I got to university again. I didn't have to chase after girls. That was a good. This story.
So
I'm saying it's
so
as if it's
about
my
girls.
vlog.
Your resolution was always about girls.
When I resolutioned, you get. Then when I got to university, I now realized that don't. No. It's not even girls. No. See, my girls era ended before I got to university.
Okay.
That's why I didn't get into trouble when I got to university, because I already what's in it. You understand? But I understood resolutions better.
Okay.
The way I understood them, the way you just interpreted them now is deeper. It makes more sense to me, and I've learned from you now. But the way I understood them was, my guy, don't kill yourself. Because you always put too much pressure on yourself at the beginning of the year. The pressure will be so much that you will now not be able to live up to the resolution.
Yeah.
Most times, that's why you see that you now fail.
Exactly. That's another part of resolutions, that it just seems so unattainable.
So it's more like, you should see it like, it's not a competition one. It's for your benefit. Whatever you are trying to do is for you to get better at the end of the day. So, and you are always a work in progress. You understand? So it doesn't now necessarily mean that every new year should be a clean slate. You understand?
Yeah,
sometimes maybe you didn't finish where maybe you are still. You've not ended last year. You understand? You are still a work in progress. You can just pick it up from where you stopped. You understand?
That's true.
And so that's just what. So as opposed to, I will not do this. And most of those times I did all those resolutions, I didn't used to last more than January 3rd or like, January 2nd sometimes. You now feel as if you've wasted your whole year.
Yeah, and it's really not that deep. I think it's trying not to put so much emphasis on it and just take it a step at a time.
Having said all this, so what would you say your, whatever you want to call it for this year are?
So my goals for this year, I really want to, there's different types. There's different ones. I've got like spiritual goals, So what I'm doing is like I'm writing.
Sorry, is it recording?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm writing down goals for different parts of my life, and then like I want to go into depth with each part. Like for example, my spiritual goals: to pray more, to study the Word more, and to kind of trust God more in that regards. And then there's career goal, that to organize my time better, and to plan my work, and to prepare, and to just to kind of increase my creativity and my productivity. So that's another side. And then there's another side, like personal development, health-wise. I've signed up to. Actually, I didn't tell you. I downloaded this app. This woman that had, she had twins. She's Nigerian, but she's in America, and like she had what I had, diastasis recti, where your abs are like diastasis.
Don't say the name, just explain it. That name is scary, I beg. God forbid.
Everything is God forbid.
That name is,
it just means ab separation. Like, so obviously after giving birth, because when you're pregnant, so many things are shifting around. So basically my abs separated. So there's a gap in between my abs, which even if I have like the slightest food, my stomach will bloat.
But it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. It's common.
Why would not say
that's what it's called. It's like a Latin word, I think. I don't know.
They should hold the award.
Rectus, like recti. I guess it's the stomach area. Anyway,
so what did you learn from the woman?
So she basically, she's got her abs back. She looks fantastic.
Oh, wow.
She's got twins. So I'm like, if she can look like that, what are you waiting for? So I downloaded her app. I'm signing up to her program. Today I wanted to start off the food. She's also got like a meal plan. I didn't even eat till I didn't even have breakfast till like 12. So she's like, okay, that's another
Those
day.
Those app things, you have to really, really push yourself. Because if I show you the kind of apps I have on my phone, I have 30 days abs challenge. I have like something for men.
But
do you get?
But it's like this is a specific plan for this specific.
That's what I'm saying. You have to
follow it.
So judiciously.
Exactly. So
that word is
not judiciously.
Religiously.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Well done. Yeah.
What's judiciously?
Judicious. I think no. I think that's more like judging.
We'll check it later. No. Judiciously is either the way I want to put it or
judicious.
Generously.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a gander. With good judgment or sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said judging. I said judging.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's going to be part of my goals for this year. Working on my vocabulary.
Another one is for me.
I was very good before. I don't know what happened.
But do you know what it could be? Because you don't like reading really.
I do now. What do you mean I don't like reading?
Books, I mean, not necessarily.
What is your novels and everything?
No, it doesn't have to be a novel, but something that you're interested in. And like I used to.
I read what I'm interested in. For example, I'm reading
on your phone.
Now, but I'm reading about mixing and mastering right now. I'm interested in that. Which
is good, but I'm saying like you could read different kinds of books.
Yeah, you won't say what I'm interested in. You say probably I should read things I'm not interested in. Exactly.
No, you're not interested in that one.
Like I don't really like novels and everything, but it will help my vocabulary, so I should read them.
No,
as opposed to.
I'm not saying you should read them.
I'm just correcting what you just said. I don't read what I'm interested in. That's what you just said.
That's what I said.
That's what you said.
You
say I don't like to read what I'm interested in. That's what you said.
No, that's not what I meant. I was trying to say that you don't like to read books.
Anyways, so the plan is to improve.
You're very getting angry with me, innit? Getting so angry.
What was that?
Yeah.
So yeah, part of the plan is do what I can do to improve my vocabulary, and I've downloaded a couple of books. The first book I downloaded is about almost like 15,000 pages. I'm exaggerating, you get. Wow. Well, yeah. I remember the last time I went on this journey, I decided to go with Wole Soyinka books.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't make it through the first 2 pages of Ake, and I ran back. I think I remember the first line. Wole Soyinka, the first paragraph, you have to be checking the dictionary word for word. At least back then, I think I was in secondary school. It was like, it was a sprawling, undulating terrain.
These books are so intense. I read one. I can't remember. I don't even remember the name of the book. It's such a long time ago, and it took me ages to get through that book because that's why I still don't even remember what it was about.
Then again, after I thought Wole Soyinka was too harsh, so I decided to move on to guess the next book I went to read, Macbeth.
Oh wow!
That one I did not even. At least Wole Soyinka could understand the shadow. Macbeth. Who wrote Macbeth again?
It was Shakespeare. Yeah, I did it.
I read a couple of Shakespeare's then, but they were just too deep. They were too deep. So now I think I'll just be, these books that they make into movies. I showed you the one I just downloaded that was reading some American something series. I'll show you, Sha.
Okay.
So that is part of my major goals this year, Sha, was to face more of the things I was scared of last year. I had a lot of plans last year, but I was just scared like, oh man.
What if?
For example, most of them I'll talk to you about them. You know them, but we'll talk about them in confidence. But for instance now, towards the end of last year, I wanted to do a short film. But that one I just got discouraged because of the people I put on board. You understand? Like a couple of my friends are already acting and everything. That's why most times I like to do things by myself. When at least you trust yourself. But
yeah.
I'm getting to a level where I need to work more with other people. You get? I think I've exhausted. Although there's still a lot of things coming me by me. But I think to get to the next level, I just need to work with other people. Yeah. So I will just. What I was trying to do last year were to just get my friends that are celebs already like acting and everything. But everybody just did. I put the story down. I created a group. Man, so one of our production lights just went off.
I'm just crying. That was my upset face. I don't know what happened.
I just hope it's the socket,
I hope so too.
Anyways, nothing's going to stop us. Part of our goal this year is at least 2 videos every week, Abby. So help us, God.
Amen.
So the story I was saying about that my production was too long. Anyways, I think again my productions. I think I was just everywhere last year in the sense that I just wanted to. I was doing too much. You get, so it wasn't too organized. So I will organize. I'll be organized more this year. I should be organized. I will be organized more organized this year. I mean, then some of those things that I was just scared to take a step to do last year, I would do them this year.
You're taking a step. That's important.
But basically, just really be conscious of, just be more conscious of yourself. Just like a step-to-step development of you from where you are to where you want to be. Basically, that should be what your year should be about. This next one I want to start telling people. I'm telling myself to just know that anything you think of, you can achieve. Lord, help me to know this more, man. Let me to know this more. Just go for it this year. Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Any good thing.
You are unlimited.
Not anything you think. Any good thing. Before you start thinking of going stealing people's pints to use for ritual.
That thing is, I don't understand that. That's just.
Just don't talk about it. It's okay. Before you now say you don't believe, God will not let you believe, Sha, in Jesus' name. God will not let you see what to make you believe. You are the same person that went to the market the other day and picked money from the floor. There's some money on the floor.
But you know, there's nothing.
People have turned to yam.
Can I say something as well?
Now, do you believe, Sha? You don't believe.
Can I just say something as well? There are things called self-fulfilling prophecies as well. Because you believe in certain things, of course they will happen.
It's not about belief.
I'm just saying.
Just be cautious.
Of course, it's important to be cautious. But I'm saying that fear, because sometimes there's a difference between being cautious and being fearful.
Because the Bible said, when you fall down, how did they say it? You send his angels to take charge over you when you fall, so that you will not hit your knee or your head on the stones. Does not now mean that you jump from a mountain.
Of course, but I'm just saying as well. But there's a fine line. I think because I've grown up in whereas everything is always like, oh, you don't do that, you break your leg. Don't do that because you did this. Don't go that.
So if you see money on the floor in the middle of the market, you should pick it up.
Specifically, I'm just talking about.
That's what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the fact that you pick money in the market.
Is too much. It doesn't allow you to live. That's what I'm saying. It's just too much.
Well, yeah, I've heard.
Yeah.
So when you see money in the middle of the market, you should pick it up.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Simple.
In London, I will pick it up though. So, but not everywhere because
we are in Nigeria. Exactly. But why would you even pick money that's not yours up in London?
Do you know what it is? I think because also it's something that I grew up
with. Leave it for the police. It's police that should pick it up. Then they should announce.
If you are
the owner of the wrinkled £20 note.
There was a time I told you when I was at uni, I'd gone somewhere in town and I saw cash. Not too far away, I saw a card, like someone's debit card. The cash was like £60 or maybe £100 anyway. It was all there. And then so I was thinking, So when I saw the name of the bank, I took the cash with the card to the bank. So it's
that's a different case.
That's what I'm saying. But normally, because growing up, again, it's just a totally different environment. Growing up is that when you see money on the floor, you're told that, oh my gosh, that's good, that's fantastic, that's good luck. So
the person that the money fell from, what luck is it to that person? Or did the money just grow on the floor?
No, of course, but it happens. I've probably dropped money all the time, but I'm sure it has blessed somebody else. Doesn't mean that.
So if you're in London now, you see money on the floor, you believe it's good luck, you take it.
I don't know, probably take it, yeah.
Nah, man. You need to change that mentality, man.
No, because I can't be
that money fell from someone else.
Another thing you have to understand.
So if you are not in a, for example, you say you saw the card, and it's okay, but if you are not in a position to return the money to whoever it fell from,
but you're forgetting.
Just go. Or if you see it, go and give it to charity.
Exactly. That's another thing. That's what I do, because normally there's.
That's what you do. Yeah. That's what you used to do then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now you just said it's good luck.
Yeah, good luck. When I was younger, you see a pound on the floor, you pick it up and you buy sweets. As you get older, obviously when you find, I hardly find money on the floor, but if I do, and I see someone that's homeless, I'll give them the money. Why not?
A lot of the person that's homeless find the money themselves.
I've seen it. This happens a lot. I just feel just like that day that I saw money in the market here, I was like, oh, I was going to give it to these little children, not knowing that they would have probably carried my head on a platter, thinking I'm giving the children bewitched money. If you feel
you need to give little children money, put your hand in your own pocket.
I would have actually. Them. But I was like, oh my, and it was for me. I thought it was plenty money. But anyway, whatever. I've learned.
Anyways, that should be all for today. I beg. It's okay.
The weather is much tonight, isn't it?
I don't even just understand. You see another person's money, you pick up.
Who's the person? If I know who the person is, then that's fine. But if I don't know who the person is,
move on with your own life. It's not your money. It's not your business.
Right, so
it's
I
not...
can give somebody else that I can help. What's so wrong in that? And you remember, the Bible does say that whatever we have blessed, it is blessed. Whatever we've taken, it is blessed.
Another person's sweat. Maybe, okay, what if the person would still retrace their steps and will come back to look for the money? They like that thing that Kenny Black, that joke they always cracks, that they give them, okay, let's say they are living in Maryland and they are going to Costain. So they went for a show to perform and they gave 10 of them 1,000 and they were not like, instead of us to enter bus, this money will finish. Let's just trek. They trek. Let's get to Anthony. I'm from Anthony. Let's get to Friday. From Friday, before they know it, they go to Costain. They now go to Costain. They now saw that they've lost the money.
Wow.
They now checked back looking for the money. So what if it's that kind of situation?
Let me just tell you, in this life, in this Nigeria, there's no way that money that you've dropped, you'll go back and find it. Let's be honest.
So you want it to be through you that they won't find the money?
No, I'm just saying that it just whether the wind will carry it away, that money has gone. 1K is light.
Right, people, when you see money on the floor, don't pick it up. It's not your money. You understand? Except if you misplaced money.
Yeah,
I don't even know how we got to this money talk because we're just supposed to say Happy New Year.
Yeah, anyway.
And talk about
He's just been cranky
goals
with me,
and
I don't
everything.
know. Just
But
not, he's not agreeing with what I'm saying.
Basically, I'm vexing with you, you know. But
why are you vexing with me then?
I am now.
Why?
As in,
Just why
you are starving me.
That's what you believe.
You're starving me in both ways. How? You know, you have maltreated me this year already.
How?
Remember, yesterday when you shijoked. In case you people don't know what shijoke means, go and check out my new video on my page. You know what shijoke means? Yeah. When shijoke is shijoke is supposed to be an Igbo name, but it's now a slang I use because she has a particular posture that she likes to sleep in. You know. And
you must tell the whole world that because
she has one posture, and when I see that posture, it arouses. It gets me started. Sleeping. You understand? So, and I'm of the start. I'm of the stand that every single person, every single time I'm aroused by my wife, I will make a move. Now, the fact that I make a move does not mean that I have to have my way. You understand? If I now make a move, you now stop me. It's okay. But how you stop me, self matters. You understand? Okay. Not. See the way this girl shouted at me yesterday.
Shouted? You
didn't shout, but it was shout. You understand?
How? I said
like there are times you don't have to shout to shout. You don't understand? So it's okay. It's all right. No, New Year. Yesterday was New Year's Day.
You know, I was like.
That's the way you want to start your New Year.
Day, yeah, and we got home at like almost going to 2 in the morning. I was knackered, but Ogahia's friend.
If you are knackered, then sleep. Don't sleep knackeredly or the knackered. Sleep by yourself. Don't sleep in a way that will be affecting other people. You understand? But anyways, let that be part of your New Year goals. That you answer me more when I call you.
Oh. Wow.
But more seriously, yeah, it should be a balance. We should actually talk about libido in another.
I know, because like men's libido and women.
Yeah, they should. You guys should be willing to compromise with each other. You understand? The fact that you want it plenty, and the fact that she doesn't really want it plenty.
I feel like I don't know. I can't speak for most women, but like
no, there are some women that they outpower men.
So I can't even talk. I think for those of us that our libido isn't like.
I have one friend. I had one time that said, the father used to just travel intentionally because the mommy of her dad is delaying. They want to kill daddy.
Wow, I've never heard that before.
But let that shall be your goal this year. Like, you are coming up. Yeah.
I think I'm pretty much there.
Yes, you are becoming my senior. But what you need to come up on now is to be of service spontaneously. Although you did well.
I did well last year.
You actually tried for me. I won't lie. You actually tried for me.
I did.
You just hurt my feelings yesterday. Although I understand because you are very tired.
But
still, there's a way you let me know you are very tired.
But
you still smile. You hold me and be like, "Oh, babe, no, we don't send me away."
Even when I hold you,
you didn't hold me. You sent me away.
Yeah, I was just like, why is it every time when I'm sleep? Because the sleep, you know, when you're like on your way and the sleep is sweet.
Because normally the way it used to be was, once you sleep, once I'm knocking, she'll be, "No, stop, babe, I'm serious, I'm stop." Then I'll knock. I'm serious. Then I'll knock one particular door that I know that the door will just open, and she just, okay, whatever. Then when we now finish, I'll be like, Okay.
You're like, now you can sleep well.
I'll be like, you should think, because she always sleeps better anyways, you get. But that is the, you just maltreated me.
I was so tired.
And that's New Year. Is that, how will you start your New Year like that?
All this New Year talk, I beg.
You people should not be maltreating your, so let it be part of your New Year goals. It will be part of my own, so I will be more considerate. You understand?
I appreciate
that when you sleep, but I cannot promise that when you sleep in that posture, I will not do anything. I'm helpless. I can't help it. You understand? I should be able to help you if you are not my wife. You understand? I will not, because that one will not be. You get. But you're my wife. I know
on my
you.
Tummy. I've always liked sleeping on my stomach, on my front, because until I got pregnant, and then I couldn't. But otherwise, before
I'm not saying you should not sleep on your stomach, but if you sleep on your stomach, there's now a way your back is act.
It's not. It's just like I'm laying down, isn't it?
Also, you're telling me that's how your bum is.
Yeah.
So you have big bum.
It's not that big.
That is big, because what I see is a contour.
It's so funny because like when I was younger, my bum was like flat. It's just so strange to me.
Because it's a contour. Like, when you sleep, the angle of elevation from your back to your bum is very high.
Wow.
And that is the last time it happened. I was editing it was when I was editing our last vlog. I know when I'm editing the vlog, I'm very serious because these vlogs are long. So I edit them overnight. Sometimes I don't sleep. So I still had a lot of work to do. I just looked at my side and I saw this mountain beside me. And I got distracted. I had to drop my laptop. And
so this mountain?
I had to drop my laptop and overcome the mountain then to continue with what I'm doing.
Can you imagine?
So in as much as you sleep like that, I can't promise you that I will not do anything. But what I can promise you is, so far you are considerate in your... It doesn't have to go my way all the time, but be nice with the way you won't let it go my way. Don't be unnice.
You like, should I just be like, babe, I'm so sorry, I'm feeling
something
tired.
Like that. Something around that nature. See, we've gone off point again.
One of my last goals is to cook better food.
You're actually a good cook.
My cooking of late has like been like
because you are rebelling against the status quo.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this whole like reducing my amount.
She's looking out for me apparently. She said like, she's trying to use less. Like, I want to repeat that line. She's reducing the seasonings because I said that I don't want to mention any brand. She's reducing the seasonings. I'm
trying to find that balance. Because I know that, I've known someone that cooks really good food, and she doesn't use stock cubes. She doesn't use pre-bought seasonings. She just uses spices and herbs and stuff. So I just need to learn and take time out to this year.
One thing I can give you, me, I'm good. I'm a good cook. Two major things I can give you is frying. You have to be letting them go one by one. You can't just let everything go out. So you can't say you won't use this particular seasoning. Then you now do water-based stew and everything. Frying is very important. Yeah. Then there's something you used to use before that you stopped using. That's iru. What do they call iru? Ogiri. That helps. It adds a lot.
It does help.
Frying with ogiri with onions as much as possible. Okay. Then thyme. I just realized thyme. I just realized the
time is really.
Don't worry, we'll do this later. But you are good. Yeah.
I'm gonna, this year I'm on a mission.
If your cooking is bad, trust me. If your cooking is bad, I've known I would have been ordering food.
Anyway, so I'm gonna learn how to cook well, like tasty food with.
Don't let them misunderstand you. They will think you don't know how to cook at all. You learn how to cook healthy.
I haven't finished.
Okay.
I want to learn how to cook really good, tasty food without using store-bought seasonings, but using more natural herbs and spices. That's what I really.
So let me tell you guys the story quickly. When we got married, our cooking out of this world, like mad. She just woke up one day and she's like, "Okay, I don't want to use this. I don't know what she read. I don't want to use this. It has too much salt. It's not good for the heart or something. I don't want to use this." You get so
another thing,
like 85% of the seasonings that make food sweet, she just scrap them. Boom. Do you understand? And so basically, she's been like a water, pepper, just natural things.
Yeah, so it's not really working. It's not really it's been. Yeah. But anyway, the mission is going to continue because it's like.
But in this boat is wherever
I just want us to live long and healthy lives.
With long life, the Lord will satisfy us. It's in the Bible already.
The wisdom that He's given us to live that long life. That's what I'm trying to find. and use.
It's what the person that you not find could find will not see it's a kusi. Like if you did not find bad thing, you understand what I'm saying?
You know, like when a story of someone that I know, let me not mention, but their parent was sick. Their parent had cancer, and the parent. They
now stopped eating. You told me the story. Now stopped eating all these things. Now it was not eating vegetable and blah blah blah.
That was for a period of time. He ate like raw foods, just completely raw foods, and at that time the doctors had said that the cancer had advanced, that he only had like a few months, give or take, that he probably may not make it to the end of the year or something. And so her mum and her sisters, like they basically were researching and everything, and they looked at the raw foods, specific raw foods, fruits and vegetables that he was on for like I think maybe almost a year. And it basically has starved the cancer. And then they learned that, and also from my own research as well, is that a lot of these foods that we eat stimulate cancerous cells and stuff that we're not aware of. And yeah, so basically, I'm just
again, like I said, in the midst of all these things, you should know that if God does not build the house, if God does not build the house, the person that builds in vain. You understand? All those people that said they eat veg and blah blah, kill the cancer is because Olorun fún wọn ṣe. I know a lot of you will be like, what is it? God that came is wisdom. Another goal in this year, we are putting God, although we've been putting, but we put God in the center of everything, and we increase our faith more. You understand? God at the center of everything. You get? There are people in this life that enjoy every single thing life has to offer, every good thing. All this food that you call unhealthy, they eat everything and they still live long, and they still die, and they now go to heaven. You understand? So you enjoy your life fullest and you enjoy heaven fullest. Meanwhile, there are people that suffer themselves like, this is unhealthy, they've not now live long. You get? They now die, they now still went to hell. You understand? You know, there's a joke I used to crack, that they say this life is vanity. You understand? Everything. So even if you have the whole money in the world, when you die, it's still vanity. Then if you are poor, if you suffer the whole poverty in the world, it's still vanity. So why don't you have the good vanity? You understand? Let's assume that all of us are going to heaven. You understand? So A has all the riches. He flies the private jets, eats the good food, wears the good clothes. He dies, he goes to heaven. B suffer the fullest suffer, dies, he goes to heaven. When you reach heaven, won't you look down and be like, most stupid girl, and I suffer. Do you understand? So have the good vanity. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's true.
But I feel we should be healthy. We'll be healthy. But
you eat vegetables too much. You don't really like vegetables.
No, I like vegetable, but like it should be tasty vegetable.
Not F4. I'm talking about like broccoli, kale, that stuff.
I've been trying now.
You try.
You understand?
You get. You.
So I love you too. So in the process of trying to eat healthy, don't let's throw away all the other essences. Essentialities. Essentiality.
Okay, that's enough. With that being said,
the random moment for today, we don't even know which one it will be. I can't remember. We have some quite random moments. We shall play one for you. You people shall like to see our daughter, so we'll find something that she's inside. For your take.
OMGs, OMGs. Hey, say cheese. Say cheese, clap for yourself. Woo. Wind up, Bobina. Wind up, Bobina. Poo, poo. Clap, clap, clap. Point to the ceiling. Point to the floor. Point to the window. Point to the door. Clap your hands together. 1, 2, 3. Put your hands up on your knees. Good girl. You look so cute. That's my baby, man. From my loins directly, yeah.
Oh yeah, welcome back. Sure you enjoyed the random moment, because we don't know the one we play, but we know you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys
for being part of the vlog today. We will have fixed these lights by the next video by God's grace.
Giving us that mood lighting vibes.
I don't like the quality I'm seeing now. Although some people say it's not bad, but I don't like the quality I'm seeing. So when we come back, we'll come out with a bang, dang. Speedality if you come and sue us. But till then, happy 2019. This year in our church is our year of being unlimited. As far as we can see, we can dream, we can get, and we can even get more.
Amen.
Because we have a God of, we have an unlimited God. Let me just put it that way. Because it says, that's my favorite verse of the Bible. I'm not a spiritual coco, you get, but I like God things because I don't have choice. Do you understand? Because God things are good things. It's the only one with the real connections. And that verse says, I think it's Ephesians 3 verse 20, says, now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than what we ask or imagine. Immeasurably, you cannot measure it more than what we ask or imagine. Now we ask for things that we feel that are good for us, but he knows the ones that we don't even know that are good for us. So more than those ones that we don't even know, without measure, without limit, unlimited, he's able to do them, and he shall do them. You understand? Amen. So that's why God is just always valid. You understand? So see y'all
in our next video, guys. If you haven't liked this video, do give us a thumbs up and share. Please
subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if you have subscribed, please click that bell so that you get our notifications.
Know what's up. I said know what's up.
We're supposed to be doing live videos, yeah, but we've not made up our mind on what day of the week it will be yet. So our next video will let you know.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Bye. Our signature.
I've already kissed you.
Is this how you want to start the new year?
I said you, babe. I've just kissed you before.
Oh yeah, just this episode. Just a very special kiss for this episode. I know, just this. I won't disturb you next episode. I know. This is what you do. But every single time,
always trying to kiss you.
But you never kiss me.
I just kissed you.
That was peck. You are wasting time now. We have finished this thing. Bye
guys. Bye. So. On screen. Oh, I like the lips. Mm.